I was just completely and totally and utterly devastated. Just stricken with grief, Kyle.
All right, bro.
It just seemed like all hope was lost. You knew what it was. You was waiting on Shams, Beef Salami, whatever his name is, to... He said he has more turnovers than something. I think it's like made field goal basket. It's something like that in the entire season. He played well.
Ethan gave this dude 2 sentences of slander and said, that's enough. See, that's the problem.
No. After 2018, they gave Cleveland the nickname of the land. The land has been conquered, okay, by the Snow Bunny.
That's crazy.
Talk real quick so I can interest you in this, because
yes.
This is what Kyle likes to do. Can I interest you in this?
I literally already know.
When Steph was shut down for the season, and they were still trying
that man Dre said,
Steph Curry
Draymond.
Play a game. Draymond getting kicked out the first quarter. Oh, the referee beat. Bro,
can I interest you in that, please, Kyle?
He had a hard time getting his shot off in that game.
I don't want to hear that. Like, no, those
first of all
are real players.
I'm glad you said his name, because I said Obi Toppin, and what did Caleb say to me? Oh, you mean the dunk master himself? What did he call him? Bro,
this can't be you saying he was better than OG. I never let that go.
He was hooping.
This can't be you.
Caleb, at the time I said that, he was better than him, bro. Like, I would stand on that.
He was never better than OG.
Yes, he was.
Okay,
so he had Jordan Clarkson, bro.
Yes, so Cassie Ventura, they come to testify. Now, obviously, all of this is alleged because, it's still in court. But the man said, or she said, that the longest that he forced her to do a freak off was
36 hours.
4 days. So it's longer than 36 hours. 4 days, okay? So laced with, I'm going to have to blank it out, but laced with, and then she said that he would make the guys, blank on her, and then they would come and massage him down in it in the next room. I'm sorry, this is not funny, but it's insane. It's a freak. He is beyond freak. This sounds like worse than Epstein. But I won't say that though. I'll leave it right there.
Yeah, too bad that's not sports related. Because that's the charges are absurd.
But, I just came from Anna Kelly's house. She was like, he needs to be locked up, put away, throw the key away. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's all they're going to be talking about for the next month or week or however long this trial goes on. So,
yeah.
I'm not trying to be a part of that.
I wouldn't want to be in the jury.
Are you nuts?
Switching to another somber topic for both of y'all. Your number 2 seeded Boston Celtics are down 3-1 to the Knickerbockers, and your glorious king, Big Deuce, has a ruptured Achilles.
Dude, you need to stop. But Doris Burke said that live, and that was starting to trend on Twitter.
Well, LeBron tweeted out, "Rest up, Big Deuce," which again, nobody calls him that. So,
yes.
Caleb, what was your initial reaction to your savior Celtics man
your king
tearing
calls
his
him
Achilles?
Big Deuce.
I just want to say first and foremost, only My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is my Savior. I want to
I
say
didn't
that.
say you. I
Um,
said Kyle.
oh well, Kyle asked me a question, so but we're just gonna roll with it. Um, I was just completely and totally and utterly devastated. Uh, just stricken with grief, Kyle.
All right, bro.
The
Yeah.
likes of which has never been seen before. Okay. Um, when I tell you it was just darkness.
When you say live in the darkness every day, let me calm down. Go
Like,
ahead,
bro,
elaborate.
Is that another crack for help?
Yo, no, it's not a cry. Listen,
yeah.
elaborate more. What? Because
It was just utter and total despair. Okay. I don't know what else to tell you. I just
You seem pretty
I
happy
saw
for a guy whose season
I
just
saw
ended, but
listen, this is
that's
how I
called
cope.
laughing through the pain. Exactly.
That's how I cope with sadness, Kyle. I laugh. Okay. If you have a
okay.
problem with it, take it up with someone
You
else.
sound like you're crying for help.
Listen, listen. I laugh through everything. Um, it's one of the best coping mechanisms there is. And, you're just gonna have to deal with it. You have to suck it up and move on,
Did you feel like he
unfortunately.
tore it immediately when you saw it, or did you have hope?
I had hope, but
Yeah.
when normally when you see it's a no contact injury like that, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be an Achilles tear. It just happens that way. Like
Exactly.
they they say it feels like someone hit you when you tear it,
Yeah,
and that's
kicking
just
in your
how it
back of
feels.
your
Like you got it kicked in the back of
heel.
your heel or your shin or whatever. Not your shin, but your lower
That your
extremities.
heel, yeah,
Right.
or
And
literally your Achilles.
but you know, um, we probably won't see this Boston team gathered again. Um, it was probably Big Al's last year, so it's kind of sad too. But it is what it is. You got to move on. And
Um,
Jaylen Brown, you've been playing like a bum. Get it together.
But we can get into that momentarily,
yeah, we will.
Mister Mister One Arm Bandit himself.
Oh, I think I
He'd
was
be
watching the
perfect in the
entire.
'90s. He can only go in one direction.
I was watching the entire game, and Tatum was like him and Derek White would seem to be the only ones that actually wanted to win or like trying to win. Um,
At least in the first half.
like I said, no, well Tatum in the second half. If you're talking about Derek White, sure. When he went down, the camera switched so fast, so you really couldn't see what happened. Um, but once I saw he was still on the ground, and like he kept slamming his leg on the ground, and then he put his face in the ground, and looked like he started crying. I was like, oh, this seems worse than it is, right? So then they showed a replay, and then I just froze. Um, I actually went to go take a quick walk because I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, all right.
There was no way of me to process what was actually. No, I'm being dead serious. To process what was actually happening, right? We're talking about a guy who he's never had a serious injury, and a tweak
Yeah,
ankle
that's
here and there,
true.
whatever, and you might miss a game or two. It's never out for an extended period of time. It just seemed like all hope was lost. I'm being dead serious. Like I was just sitting here, like you could barely move. You knew what it was. You was waiting on Shams beef salami, whatever his name is, to put out the tweet all day long, and they kept waiting, kept waiting, kept waiting. They said he
Because that
already
boy
had
went
this.
straight into surgery. That's
Yeah,
why.
they it sounds like they just took him straight out of the arena and put him in the hospital. Uh,
They're trying to maximize that comeback time. Not
right.
a second to waste.
So he has surgery already. That it's just very sad. It's very unfortunate. Like Kayla said, this might be the last time that we see that core
No, not
together.
might. This
Oh
is the
no, it
last time.
is.
I'm telling
Okay,
you,
yes,
they got to
it
get rid
is.
of it.
Um,
They got to do
and
some
yeah,
retooling.
that's the reaction to it. Now the game, we can get into that. You can give your reaction to the injury, but the game, we can get into that after an individual
I was out.
people.
I was out watching the game. Um, First of all, that game was extremely physical, which I mean, I like that anyway, because I mean, I feel like playoff series in past, like as in like last year and the year before, like the refs were too involved in series. But now they letting them play for real, so I respect that. But yeah, when I seen it, obviously, like I mean, the game was trending towards getting out of hand and out of reach.
Yeah,
But I was like, oh, okay. Of course, when you see non-contact, you're like, well, worst case scenario because that's typically how it goes. Then they did the worst thing, wheelchairing him
I don't
out.
know why they put that on the thing, man. Y'all trying to ruin this man's
Like this
reputation.
dude already is one of the most hated on players in the league, and like let's recreate the Paul Pierce meme. Like, all right, well, okay. And sure enough, 2 seconds
And
later
he
on Twitter, I was like,
exactly
well,
the dude said he can't even
um,
copy Paul Pierce correctly. I'm like, are we being for real? Like, come
yeah.
on, dude.
It sucks though. I mean, I hate on him because I mean he's easy to hate on. He's a light skin and he wants attention so
Are
bad.
you a
But
colorist?
We at the Nuts Pod are not,
We do not discriminate. We do not
we do not
discriminate against
discriminate in
skin
any
color.
form or fashion. We aren't colorist over here. We love
y'all
all black
sound
people.
real
We love all black
okay.
people, no matter what shit they come in.
He's a typical light skin who's like, I just people don't talk about me enough, and it's like, okay, but we had a whole topic about this however many episodes ago, so I don't know what you
No,
guys are saying.
you guys talked about that, but go ahead.
Caleb literally said, "Yeah, Tatum cries a lot. We can pull up the video, bro. He
But
was
I
on our
didn't
side.
say. Did I? But did I say? Oh, all light skinned people are just soft and
I
whiny.
didn't say
Did I
that.
say
I
that?
didn't say
No.
that. I
You said.
definitely didn't say
Oh,
all light skin.
you said.
I
You
said
said
Jason
just now.
Tatum, the light
You said.
skin,
You
the
said
light
he's a
skin,
typical light skin. That's what you said. Meaning what, Kyle?
a typical light skin.
No, that means that
What are you
you're
inferring to?
generalizing
What are
a
you? What are
whole
you
group of
inferring,
people.
Kyle?
Hmm?
What are you inferring?
Stereotypes write themselves. I don't know what to tell you. All right. So anyway, uh,
Okay.
so yeah, that happened. I'm like, well, geez, and then I immediately think about, well, Porzingis is already not going to be there next year. Although I would love to know who's going to take that contract off their hands with this mystery illness that he's had for the past
I'm talking
Two
about
months.
months.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yeah.
No one knows what's wrong with this guy. So like, I'm looking at their payroll right now.
Red
He
Chief
got
will find
paid
a way.
30 million this year. He's due 30 million next year. If they can't figure out what this mystery illness is in the offseason, that's a risky
I
move,
feel like they
brother.
already know, and they're not saying what it is. Like they're not releasing it. I don't know
Well,
why.
then they need to be fined as a
Because
team because
they're trying to maximize his
Somebody
talent,
said that
right?
they
well,
think
you
that
need to
he
be
His
fined.
has.
trade value.
Someone said that they
You
think
need to
that
be
he
fined.
has magic.
All right,
Again, we here at the Are
as
You
we
Nuts Pod did
refuse.
not subscribe to any hate speech
Yeah,
whatsoever.
as we
We don't
refuse to move
spread
forward with
slander.
any speculation as to what Kristaps Porzingis has and the Boston Celtics moving forward, Drew Holiday is owed an average of about 34 million for the next 3 years
No.
after this year's, with a 37 million dollar player option in 2027. So they're gonna have to move off of that because that contract is egregious. Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't even realize he was making that. Derek White is making 28 million
he's
next
making
year
more than
and
Derek
30
White.
million the year after. I mean, I guess you can't move off of Derek White, but
No, he's
that
an
team, as
untouchable.
far as the core itself, Horford's probably going to be gone.
Okay, you
Porzingis will probably
Glazer.
be gone. Holiday will probably be gone. Obviously, Tatum's not going to be in next year. What does the Celtics season look like next year? Would you guys want? I mean, you can't. Well, the payroll is still going to be extremely high, so you can't tank per se. But are you guys okay with a 6 to 7 seed finish and
We
maybe
could
a
definitely
fight for a
tank.
play in?
I wouldn't be mad
No,
with tanking.
I would tank. I'm being dead serious.
And
I
see,
wouldn't be
that's
mad.
your problem right now. That's the problem with the league.
It
No, listen.
because it's because of
I have a
this second
basketball
apron
mindset,
thing
Kyle.
makes everything so difficult when it comes to money. Okay, obviously the
That
cap
too.
goes up every year and whatever, but it just makes it difficult. So the
So
people
you
that
go
you said
from
right,
title contender 1 year to tanking the next year.
And then we're going to be right back in title contention the next
exactly.
year.
Like
You got
I
to
hope
think
y'all
long
get.
term with
I
this.
literally hope.
that
I hope
happened.
y'all get
That
fined to oblivion.
You
okay.
get fine for what?
You said you move off of Drew Holiday, you move off of Kristaps. If Horford said he wanted to come back, but I think this whole JT thing just derails that entire thing. Like, oh, you
Well,
just
they need
unk
players now. So I mean,
right. So I think you try to get assets, or you trade for people. You try to get assets. I think you just get draft picks.
I think
I
you
don't. I
march
don't.
out the main red clause. and you just go out there and try and get the best available pick. Maybe you get AJ DeBenta, we don't know who, or Koa Pete or somebody like that, and we see where we go from there.
Get a real star that you can put next, or a potential star that you could put next to JT.
Hey,
You understand
AJ
what I'm saying?
DeBenta, you're already from
Bro,
I think
what
he's
did
from
you just say?
Massachusetts.
Put a real star next to JT?
No, I'm saying I said a potential star next to JT. That's what I said.
They're gonna move off of They're gonna move off of Jaylen Brown.
You have one making $50 million
They're
next year.
they're
53
gonna-
actually.
Kyle,
They're
do
going
you
to move
honestly
off of
think,
Jaylen
as
Brown.
smart as Brad Stevens has been, do you think that he's
I
going
think
to
they're gonna
keep
move
both
off
of
of
them on the
Jaylen Brown.
payroll for that entire time? You
I
don't
think
believe
he's.
that.
I think
Well,
he's
so
gonna
you
take
matter of
Brown.
fact,
but you're saying the move's gonna happen next year? Like,
You said you want to talk about Jaylen Brown, so let's talk about him now. Do you honestly think that Brad Stevens, after the performance that I'm seeing right now, and mind you, let's not forget that he did have the knee injury and they shot up his knee before the playoffs started, but he's
Okay.
playing, right? And my
Okay.
motto has always been, if you're playing, you're not hurt. I don't care. You're playing, okay? So you could
Oh.
have gave. That's always
all
my
right.
motto. You can give me. They said he has more turnovers than something. I think it's like made field goal bat. It's something like that in the entire series.
Ethan,
Right?
answer me this question.
What?
They are moving off of Jaylen Brown next year?
I would
Not
not
next
be.
year, the
I
year
would.
after.
Yes, I would agree. And
All right.
if it were to happen this offseason, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm being dead serious. Would I be sad? I'd be torn. But I want this. I want y'all to. And I wish. Oh my goodness! I wish
The
I was
finals
here.
MVP.
Yes, I want
Bro,
to be here.
okay.
I want y'all to realize that when I said weeks ago, when I said that Tatum is the best player, oh well, Brown won. Y'all are about to see, like, y'all don't, you don't have confidence. If Brown went down, y'all would still be like, oh, there might be a chance. There's no way.
Like,
you
there's
can
no,
look at-
there's, I just feel like there's no
Let me finish.
Tatum
Let me
slander
finish,
for
please.
them being down 3-1 in this
There
series,
is-
bro.
Well, there's not going to be any Tatum slander, but I'm saying you cannot
Why
look
not?
at me.
Why not?
You cannot look at the camera and tell me that if Jaylen Brown went down instead of Tatum, or not even that, fuck
Well,
that.
'cause
You cannot
Brown-
look at me in the camera
Brown
and say that
this
Tatum went down,
playoffs.
right? You cannot look at me and tell me that Brown, you're going to give the Celtics a chance to win Game 5 with Jaylen Brown as the main leader. You cannot look at the camera and tell me that right now.
So Ethan, what did Jayson Tatum do the first 2 games for them to go down 0-2 in the
Bro,
series?
but
he
Brown
didn't play-
Brown has been just as bad, if not worse.
No,
than
that's
Tatum
fine. No,
this
that's fine.
playoffs.
Like, I'm not absolving Jaylen Brown right now, but y'all make it look like I'm like a Brown Glazer because y'all put no penalty on the best player on the team.
because you keep saying he's not the best player on the team. Stop the
Jason
foolishness.
Tatum. No, I'm saying you guys. There's no discourse for Jason Tatum.
No.
You just
Okay,
said
so
you just said there would be no Jason Tatum slander. You just said that.
So you acknowledge him as the best player, but you didn't.
That's
last
what he
week.
just said. No, of course he did.
That's
no,
what I just
dude,
heard.
like obviously we know he's the best player, but
So
Jaylen
why
Brown
would
is the
you say
Finals
so?
MVP.
Stop.
he's a
No,
hater.
but you said
He's a
Jaylen
hater,
Brown
that's
is the
why.
best player.
That's why. He's a hater.
You know what? Let's move on.
I didn't know. Jason
Yes,
Tatum's
you
obviously
did.
the best player,
Yes, you
but
did.
let's go ahead and talk about the Jason Tatum
So
slander
let's get
because I still have yet to hear
onto
that.
it. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be honest, right? I'm going to take back my statement where I say he deserves no slander because they were down 0-2, right? They come back 2-1. This game right here, they were down 5 when he blew his Achilles, and then they went down 7. Obviously,
They were
from the
actually
dunk.
down 9, but go ahead.
I need you to fact check that, but okay.
This I did earlier today.
I still don't necessarily think that was out of reach. I understand that New York had a lot of momentum and stuff like that, and I'm not taking away from New York because New York's done what they've done literally all series long, except Game 3. They keep coming back from these big deficits that the Celtics
that's
are
my
blowing
thing.
in 2023. So
Yep.
listen, he definitely deserves some. Especially, I told y'all this in group chat. Well, I don't know if I told you.
No, he's
Yes,
the
I
best
did.
player on the team. He
I did.
deserves most of the blame.
I said in the group chat, you are 6'10", okay? You are 6'10", maybe 220, 240, I don't know wherever he's at, okay? Whatever his weight is. You are 6'10". You have all the skills in the world to drive to the basket, do sauce, whatever. Why? And I see a lot of people blaming Joe Mazzulla. Oh, Joe Mazzulla should be fired and this, that, and next, whatever it is, right?
If you watch him since Duke, you know that's never really been his game. But okay.
No, I understand that. Everyone's saying, fire Joe Mazzulla and all this stuff like that, whatever it is. Listen. You can't. I understand that he needs to make adjustments, and I don't think that he's made the necessary adjustments that need to be made, especially when they're going on runs. It's unfortunate. There were so many times in this game where Tatum came out the game, they were up like 14, 15, and then New York goes on a 7-0 run. He comes in the game, they extend the lead, he comes out, and then they go like on another 8-0 run. It's like, bro, is there any type of off? Is there anything that's happening with this man not on the court? I looked at a stat of the on-off differential, whatever it is. Tatum was number one when he's not on the court. I think it's 23 points. It said
Now,
when he's on the court, whatever it is. It was like number one in the NBA, which is terrible for everybody else. Even though they considered
it sounds like we're glazing again.
what the second, third. No, listen. I gave the proper slander. He didn't play well.
Ethan gave this dude 2 sentences of slander and said that's enough. See, that's the problem.
No.
And I'm not gonna let you get away with it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take over.
I
Go
don't
ahead. I'm gonna
think
let you
Tatum
finish.
has
Go ahead. I'll let you
had.
finish.
I don't think he's had very inconsistent series. I don't understand what flips from regular season Tatum to playoff Tatum, where you go from this great regular season player to this. You're shooting 30% for the field.
You want to know what it is? I can
Yeah.
tell you.
It's
What
different
is it?
in a
Clutch
7-game
factor
series.
and Gene, because
Yeah,
that's
so-
literally playoffs
Okay,
makes
that's fine.
that's what makes all-time
It
greats.
defines legacies. Yes,
James
that's fine.
Harden will be known
two-
as a career
you
playoff
two
choker,
sound-
someone who is one of the greatest regular season players to ever touch a basketball. Can't do jack squat in the playoffs. That's how he'll go down in history. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
That's just what
That's
it
fair.
is.
That's
Caleb,
fair.
tell me I'm lying. Say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, what were you about to say about the clutch gene thing? Because
I-
you about to respond to that.
James Harden
want-
at 28,
listen,
James Harden at 38, still choking game sevens. Come on, bro.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Game 6 against the
Man.
Warriors. I have to. I
That's
don't
one
want to
game,
be.
Caleb.
I don't
He
want
been
to be
in-
a
how long
James
James
Harden
Harden been in the
defender.
league?
I don't
How
want
long
to be a
James
James
Harden
Harden
been in the league?
defender.
But
But
Caleb,
I
we're
still
talking about
remember in
closeout.
20. Hold on. I still remember in 2018 him coming down, tween step back right over two people.
Now you're giving me one
What are
play.
we talking about?
Now you're giving me one play.
You
one
talking
game.
about clutch
Caleb,
factor?
was that not regular
Listen,
season? Why are we bringing up regular?
No, that was in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
So Caleb,
Caleb,
so
I
what
remember.
about Caleb? What about the other 10 years of playoff runs?
But anyway,
what about the
look,
other?
that's
10
why I
years?
said I don't want to
gotta
be.
stop.
I don't. That's why. Again, that's why I just said I don't want to be a James Harden defender.
Yeah,
so I'm not
that
gonna
don't
be a
even
James
count
Harden
as defending
defender.
him. But back
Exactly.
to Tatum. Let's focus on Tatum and the player at
But-
hand, the best player on his team, the guy who you like. Don't mention Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP, although he went out and won it because he played better than Tatum
But
last year
Kyle,
in the
you
finals.
still could
All
you
right?
admit that Tatum was
Jayson
playing well in
Tatum-
this game? Like the only reason why they were up and winning at
Like,
the point was because of him.
Well, Ethan, again, this is one game out of 3, which
He's able,
again,
but he's able.
Game
He's
3
able
too.
to do that because defense is keying on him. They don't key in on Brown as much. And yes, Brown is better defensively than Tatum, especially
Tatum
when it comes
played a
to
phenomenal
grit.
defense in game
But-
4,
okay.
though.
So
But
when they're getting
definitely
these switches, go ahead.
But definitely offensively, right? His game has always been
He's not a
looked at as more.
playmaker.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
Who?
Jaylen Brown for other
I
people.
was
He's
about
not
to
an
say
excellent
now.
play.
I
I
was
know
about to
Tatum is a
say.
playmaker. Don't do that. Come on now. Jaylen Brown is
sounding
not an
crazy
excellent,
now.
but he's not even close to as good as a playmaker as Jayson Tatum is. That's just a fact.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is they gave a Finals MVP to a man who can't go left. So, like that doesn't. hold very
That
much weight
says
for me.
something. That
So,
says something for a man who
that
can't go
doesn't-
left, and he still couldn't win the
that-
Finals MVP over him. That says a lot.
Yeah, he couldn't go left, and look how he shot last night.
Okay, well, he couldn't go left.
He
one
couldn't.
time
He
MVP,
couldn't.
and-
He can't go left, and he can barely dribble. He's getting ripped every play by OG Anunoby. Who
I'm
you
sorry.
said was
He
you
can't-
said was trash,
he-
Kyle? Who you said was trash?
that was
the
3
man's
years
in the
ago.
playoffs cooking. No.
That was 3 years ago.
But anyway, I'll let that one go. Anyway,
Yeah, that was a long day. That OG Anunoby back then is not the same one as of now. Creating his own shot.
yeah,
All right, relax.
Listen, but I was talking about OG shooting the 3-ball, which he's been doing, pretty decent at,
Okay,
and playing
all
some
right.
defense. But anyway, like
All
I
right.
was saying, right?
Hunter ain't no slouch. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
He's not.
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
know.
go
I
ahead.
know you're not. We need to talk about it because they just lost. Hurry up! Come on.
Okay.
We go talk
Go
about
ahead,
it.
Caleb.
We
No,
gonna
go
talk
ahead.
about
All
your
I'm gonna say
Ty
is-
Jerome too. We're gonna talk about him.
All I'm gonna say
Go
is
ahead.
Tatum is definitely overhated. The man just dropped 60 in playoff games. I've never seen Jaylen Brown do that, but okay. Like what more do
he's
you
not
want?
lying.
What more do you want from this guy?
Caleb, just give me
What
your
more do you
overall
want from this
synopsis
guy?
of the end of the season.
I think the
I
series
saw
is
Tatum.
over.
I saw Tatum in 20. What was it? 22, 20?
See,
No,
this
22
it was
goes
it was
back.
game
21.
6
It
against
was
the
See,
Bucks.
22.
see,
Game
Exactly.
6 against the
I've
Caleb,
seen
Bucks.
this man
you're
drag
going
them
back
to the
4
Eastern.
years ago.
I'm,
Here we go.
but
I
we're
would
talking
love.
about we're talking
We're
about
talking
legacy
about.
though. Those
Oh no, I'm
moments
not. No, I'm
matter.
not. I'm talking about this
No,
series. I'm talking right here about this series right here.
you just
Right.
said
But you did bring up legacy. You
you
said
just
that the
said
clutch
Bro,
clutch
G.
G.
because we're talking about a minute point, but I'm like here in this video and here right now, we're talking about this series and where it was going, regardless of if he had gotten hurt or not.
He's
They was
played
going to be down 3-1.
mediocre and he
Okay,
was
well they've listen
ascending.
as a duo they played mediocre. Brown's played mediocre. Tatum has played mediocre. What else do you want from me?
I'm talking. We're not talking about Brown. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Brown. Let's talk about the best player on the team, as we do with all the teams.
The first 2 games he did not play well. The
Tatum
third
has
game
been
he played
mediocre.
well. The fourth game he was playing excellent. Blew his Achilles. The series is over. Okay, let's move on to next year. I don't even want to talk about next year. Let's move on to 2027. Skip that. I don't even want to talk about that.
Overall, offensively, Tatum has played very poorly this series. But I think he's done everything at a.
I say it's half and half
All
because
right.
he was redeemed.
Thank you, Caleb, for giving an
3 and 4.
objective. Thank you for giving an objective summary of the series to
Oh
that
my
point.
goodness.
All right, this guy got hurt in the end of the game. They blew another, and it wasn't even a big lead, but they blew another lead, gave it up. That can't keep happening. Okay, you're gonna give me a 60-point playoff thing, and I'm gonna give you them being down. What was it? Were they down 0-3 to Miami? What year was it? 0-3? Like I'll
Yeah,
bring that up. You know what I'm saying? So
23.
we can both pick and choose pieces where this guy is in situations he shouldn't be in. All right. But we're gonna move
Which
on from the Celtics and Knicks.
okay.
I will just say this: I cannot see a Knicks finals. I can't get jiggy with that. But it looks like the Knicks will be advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals
They will.
against the Indiana Pacers, who just went final with the Cavaliers. That was 114 to 105. Tyrese Snow Bunny Halliburton had 31, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell had 35 points, 9 rebounds, no assists. Um, in the series that literally, now I think what was it, game 2, Mobley, Garland, and them didn't play that game. Although the Cavaliers literally sold that game, like they had that game 1, sold it in game 2 to even it up, and it kind of it's been downhill from there. I think they blew them out in game 3,
Yes.
but yeah, Cavs blew them out in game 3. And then Indiana won again. But again, what were y'all thoughts on this? Obviously, I mean, has made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, so I don't know if we can say that this run is a fluke anymore. But
Back to back years, yeah.
Caleb, what was your thoughts on this series, this game in particular? Any surprises on your end? Because I don't know if did you pick Cleveland too for this series?
Yes,
I
all
did
3 of
put
y'all picked
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
but
I'm the only one who picked the
unfortunately,
Pacers.
unfortunately, the Cavs are just fraudulent. They can't get it done without their king. You know,
Hey yo,
if you know, after 2018, they gave Cleveland the nickname of the land. The land has been conquered. Okay, by the Snow Bunny
that's
Wrangler.
crazy.
You
The
know,
Snowbunny Wrangler is wild.
the Snow Bunny connoisseur, if you will.
Yeah,
Um,
for real.
uh, Donovan Mitchell. He's been great.
We really need to
Excellent
start
since
having a
his-
conversation about him.
Putting him in the same boat.
Listen,
No, we need to put him in the same boat
Listen.
as Joel Embiid.
stop. No, the brother's been excellent since his rookie year. We're not going to do that.
Excuse me, you haven't been able to make it out the second round. As great as he's been, and Joel Embiid has been great for most of his career as well.
Stop. Pause.
Go
See,
ahead.
this-
You
but
tell
see,
me.
there's still-
Hold on. Since his rookie year. Wait.
Go ahead, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Wait, because we're not going to do that. Since his rookie year, you tell me who he's had in Utah.
I'll give you Utah. I'll give you
Okay,
Utah.
this is what, his second year or third year?
This
with
is
Cleveland?
in Cleveland.
It's his second and third year in Cleveland.
Bro,
So
he had Jordan Clarkson, bro.
he had Jordan Clarkson.
Third year.
Okay, so it's his third year. He's had Jordan Clarkson.
He played. He played with Ricky Rubio, right? His
He had
rookie year, I
Joe
feel like.
Ingles. He
Joe
had
Ingles,
Ricky.
yeah.
He
You're
had
talking
Ricky
about the
Rubio
Utah,
right
yeah.
before he left the NBA.
He had Rudy Gobert,
and,
bro.
and
Three-time Defensive Player of the Year.
that spread COVID to the world. We don't care about him. Okay. The only thing he defends is his own points. Okay. The brother can't score a lick.
No, for real, no. Donovan and them, I'll never forget that series. They cooked up OKC and them.
Where he
Paul
cooked
George.
I was
Russ
gonna
as
say
a
that,
rookie.
Yeah, and Paul
MVP,
George.
MVP candidate Paul
Joe Ingles
George.
had Paul George on skates.
And
I'll never
let's not
forget that, bro.
forget Melo and his
Oh yeah,
fading
for real.
glory.
Yeah,
Okay, and
yeah,
his
that man
fading
was fading.
glory.
But
Okay,
no, go ahead,
so
Caleb. Go ahead and
the
Yeah,
man
finish,
has been
yeah. Go ahead,
and
excellent
then
Marcel.
since his
I'll give
rookie
an
year. Y'all,
objective argument.
it's clear y'all wasn't watching the man in the bubble drop 60 going back and forth with Jamal
Of
No,
course,
Murray.
he
yes,
watched the
absolutely.
Okay,
No,
bubble.
it's
absolutely.
so we're
He's
not
one
just gonna
shot
act
away from going to the, I guess, the Western
exactly.
Conference
So
Finals.
we're not gonna act like the man hasn't been doing everything in his power to get out of the second
No,
round.
100%, 100%. But see, this is where I think our belief in
It
standards.
splits.
No, our belief in standards, like the standard don't move, bruh. Okay, like because we're in the digital era and we have all these next level stats and oh, his teammates don't hit shots and da da da, bruh. The same way I get on Tatum. Well, yeah, Tatum has all these accolades, first team All NBA, and
So he's
all
supposed to
this
drop
da da
60 a
da.
game. Is what you telling me.
Bruh, Caleb, see, but see,
Caleb,
Caleb,
but
he can
when
score
he just said
60 for the rest of his career, and if he don't win no championships, well, way to go, buddy. What do you want me to tell you? You're not a champion. Like, see, again, the standard, all these stats are great, but what do it mean if you don't win no championship?
But I'm thinking like at least can we get out the second round? Y'all say that I don't know about y'all, but y'all say a lot of people say that the East is weak and whatever. Cleveland was known. I don't know if you had
And
this
that's
under
what I
as the
feel about
best team,
Tatum. The East is
but
weak, and yet he don't have. Anyway, go ahead, Ethan.
listen. The Cavs were known to have the best record for most of the year. I don't know if the
Yes.
Thunder overtook them, but most of the year they had the best record. They were by far the number 2 favorites to win it all. People still had OKC number 1, probably still had Boston over them, right? To go out like this, and like I told y'all before the series even started, I said I had the Pacers. I had the Pacers because their offense is just like I I watched it last year. Like they brought just about everybody back. I don't think they added anybody new. And Nemhard always turns up in the playoffs. I don't understand what it is. I picked him up in the regular season in fantasy because I thought he was going to play like how he did in the playoffs. No, he was just coasting, and then always turns it up in the playoffs. Their offense is like you know how people say Boston lives or die by the three, or Boston can only beat themselves. Like I feel like Indiana doesn't have maybe other than defense, they don't really have a weakness. Like for them, you have to outscore them. The Cavs don't have the resources. Well, let me say that they don't. Their resources, who they traded for, DeAndre Hunter and the other player, whoever it was, they didn't play to the best of their ability to give them the opportunity to win.
I
I
could have
do.
told them Hunter wasn't gonna do nothing.
Well, you was the main one
This
talking about
this
something.
can't
It
be
was such a good pickup. Look how
this
Honey playing over there in the Cavs.
this
Well, he,
This, that,
bro,
and the
he was
this
other.
hooping. No,
this can't
bro,
be
the
you
reason
saying
we were
he was
able to
better
trade
than
him because he
OG.
was hooping.
I never let that go.
He was hooping.
This
He
can't
was
be you.
Caleb. At the time, I said that he was better than him, bro. Like I
But
will stand on
listen,
that.
He was
the
never
name.
better than OG.
Yes, he was.
Okay, he was
OG
never
couldn't
better than
play
Listen,
20
OG.
games a season, bro. Yes,
He
he
was
was,
never
bro.
better than
Like stop it.
OG.
Listen, but the point I want to make is, and I agree with Kyle, Donovan Mitchell is the best player on that team. It doesn't matter how much you drop, because it's the same argument that you can make with Giannis, right? Giannis doesn't have. I
Bro, it's
mean,
the
you
same
look at the
argument I can make
roster.
with Tatum, bro.
Yeah, I understand that you already said that. I'm just saying another example could be Giannis.
Giannis got a championship,
You can't make an
So does
okay.
Tatum. Like, what's your point?
What?
but again, when Tatum retired, let's just say, you know what? Finish your point, and then I'll say what I'm saying.
The brother's
But I was gonna
28. He
say,
still has
the-
at
the-
least 7 more years.
I was gonna
Well,
say
Caleb, he already
Donovan
missing a season here. That's coming up, but I keep cutting off Ethan. Go ahead, bro.
Donovan Mitchell. He played to the. I don't know if he played to the best of his ability. It looked like he did,
He
especially
played terrible in
these-
game 3. Like one of them games he had like 12
I
points.
think
Like
it was
he played
game 2
terrible
or
in game
something.
3.
I know he was
Or-
averaging 30 something. Your teammates got to add more, but you got to do something. Okay, you got to do something to get over the hump.
Like what?
Caleb?
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe create better shots for your team.
Well, see,
For
that's the
games
difference.
I
That's the
watched, 'cause I
difference
didn't
between
watch all
me
the
and y'all.
games.
Like, if you fall short for me, I can always do more. Like, there's
Like what?
never a like. It's an what's the thing? Exponential. It's an exponential type mark where like if I fall short, what did I not do to get
So
better?
what could you have done better?
Hey, I don't know what Don. Well, shoot better for one in the series
it's
as a
almost
whole.
like Caleb. It's almost like I'm just giving you an example.
Right?
When
This dude
Jokic
shooting sub
loses,
40% for the
Jokic always
series. Like,
Jokic always
how about
says
that for starters?
Jokic always says, "Yo, I
Is
can
that a
do
problem,
something
Caleb?
better."
Can,
blah,
can he
blah.
not shoot better, make more shots, not go 2 of 14 for 11 points
He
in game
did
3?
go. Yeah, he did
Like,
have
come
a
on, bro.
pretty
Like, there's
bad.
always stuff you can do better. Like there, that's not a finite point where like
And let's
I
not
did this
forget,
and then that's all I'm supposed to do.
and
Like, that's
Caleb,
not
I
how
don't
that
think
works,
you
bro.
watched the game, but let's not forget the bad execution that they had down the stretch in game 2 that lost in the game. It should have been 1-1
No, I
going to
saw that.
Indiana,
I saw
except
it.
now
That's what
it's
I'm
two
saying.
zip.
The game
So
that
there's
Mobley and them did
mistakes.
not play, literally, they had that game won, literally,
There's literally
and they
mistake.
lost.
Like, yeah, yeah.
That's the game winner game. What was that? Game 2 or game 3? I
Game
can't
2.
remember.
Game
Okay,
2. And
exactly.
then went up 2-0.
That it would have been 1-1, and they sold, bro. I just and that I was encouraged by that because I'm like, okay, these guys are down 2 starters and they're up in this game, and then Halliburton walks it off, and I'm like, well, call this series a wrap because that was your best chance.
I think
Um,
Halliburton is taking a lot of things. Obviously the overrated thing that might be the most thing that he's taking personal, and it's boost his
well,
game and how he's
listen,
playing because he's been playing out of his mind. But it's insane. That Indiana team is it's so deep. Like I don't think people don't respect the Matherin
no,
and
bro, I've been
the
told
what's
you
his
that.
face.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying people don't respect those people like the Obi Toppins and the people that's on their bench. TJ McConnell. Like
Hey,
no, those
first of
people are
all,
real players, dog.
I'm glad you said his name because you said I said Obi Toppin, and what did Caleb say to me? Oh, you mean the dunk master himself? The what did he call him? The what's the spot? The dump off man, the dump off player himself. I'm like, yo, you disrespectful, bro.
That's what he's
So
known for.
He's still a solid
Since
player
he
though. He
played
contributes.
at Dayton. I'm not saying he
He
wasn't a contributor,
contributes.
but
No, no,
the
Caleb. For you to
brother
call him
the
the dump
brother
off man is literally saying that he can't do nothing.
Kyle, he plays in the dunker spot. What else do you want me to say about him? The man
He
plays
gives
in the
you
dunker
valuable
Caleb,
spot.
he
minutes
does
on
a
both
little bit
sides of the
more than just
floor.
playing in a dunker spot. I know he resides there a lot more than other
Kyle, I
areas,
mean
but
Ethan. He steps out and he hits a three and he runs in transition. He runs in transition. That's what he's known for. In the half court, he's in the dunker
Caleb,
spot.
what? Okay, but that's what he's doing is obviously working. What else are you?
I'm
like,
not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying, like,
Listen, I give the Pacers their
Now,
props. I
yeah,
want the Pacers to smash the Knicks to grits. Okay, listen. Don't even let them win a game because the fact that we lost, like when I
this
saw
is
us,
that's
I'm
really
sorry
the worst
I'm sorry to
matchup for the
piggy.
Knicks. Actually,
Yes, it is. I'm
that's the
sorry to
worst
jump back
matchup ever.
to. I'm sorry to jump back to this the Celtics game real quick, but the fact that we should have been up 3. You blow 20 points. The Pacers are not going to let that happen. The Pacers don't let up on offense. The Pacers keep scoring. The Pacers will run up 150 on you. It doesn't matter if it's a playoff game. They'll do it. Like they just didn't they just have 140 something? Let me see what game that was.
I think it was game 4.
Bro, they just ran it up like they do not care. They just had 140 something. I don't know what game it was. It was something. They don't care.
Well, they
They're
had
gonna keep
129 in game 4.
they're gonna keep their foot. That's still crazy for a playoff game. They're gonna keep their foot to the fire. It doesn't matter. They're gonna keep on going. They're gonna keep pressing you. Now the double big thing, and I don't know, maybe because Kristaps there was playing that bad and stuff like that. We'll see how that works in this Knicks series. I'm already over here assuming, which is terrible. But let's just stick with that. The Pacers won. Congratulations to you guys. Back-to-back ECF. I don't think you guys are frauds. You guys played extremely well against us last year, and I think that you guys will do the same. You have an potential Eastern Conference Finals matchup this year against the Knicks. Obviously, y'all been in the semis last year. Hopefully, both teams can stay healthy, not like last year and whatever. And, we'll see what happens
We
from
might
there.
get a crazy finals matchup of Denver and Indiana. Good Lord. Um, but let's continue. So the Cavaliers payroll for this offseason.
My Lord.
Next year,
Wait,
Darius
no,
Garland is
stop.
set to
Stop.
make.
Before you get to that, I'm sorry. We need to talk about Ty Jerome. See, you wasn't going to bring him up, but we need to talk about him. No,
The
no,
Ty
no,
Jerome
no.
thing was
No.
always like
No.
come
We're
on,
going to
bro.
talk about him because I like how you didn't bring
Oh,
him up. We're going to talk about
okay.
him. Kyle, can I
Dude,
interest you? No, shut your
dude.
teeth up. Kyle,
Like Ty Jerome,
can
I
I
had
interest
no
you?
expectations
Excuse
for
me,
it. Like, but you want to harp on Ty Jerome, bro.
please.
Kyle,
Kyle, please let me cook.
Relax,
No,
Kyle.
Let me
you're
cook.
cooking. You're cooking a guy who came out of nowhere this year. Go ahead, bro.
Kyle.
A
Calm
guy who's
down.
making
Kyle,
two
that
point
was your
one
sixth
million
man of the
dollars.
year.
Grandson,
Bro,
calm
Ty
down.
That was your
Jerome,
sixth
Grandson.
man of the year,
Ty
Kyle.
Jerome
Kyle.
was not my six man a
Excuse
year,
me.
bro.
Yes, he was. Excuse me,
No,
Kyle.
bro,
Kyle.
no, he was not, bro. Stop it.
Kyle, can you just let me? Can you let me talk real quick so I can interest you in this? Because this is
Yes,
what Kyle
you
likes to do.
can,
Can I
dude.
interest you in this?
I
So Kyle,
literally
let me interest
already
you in it. No,
know what you're about to read. I've
Kyle,
seen
it's
the
okay. It's
stat
okay.
line, bro.
Kyle, can I interest
Okay.
you in 30 minutes played, 2 points, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 3 assists, and two rebounds? Can I interest you in that, Kyle? On what did he shoot? Kyle, 1 of 14. Kyle, can I interest you in that, please,
He
Kyle?
had a
30
hard time
minutes.
getting his shot off in that game.
I don't want to hear that. Kyle, can I interest you in another 2 points, 2 fouls, three turnovers, 1 of 8, and -15 from the plus minus? Can I interest you in that, Kyle? It's okay. This last game, he had 7 points, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers, 18 minutes, only 3 field goal attempts, 3 shots. Now, the first game, he had 18. He had the 5 free throws. Let me see.
No, now you gotta
18. He
read
had
free
18,
throws.
5 and 3. I give you that. No, 21 points. Wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. The first game was 21. My bad. 21, 8 and 3 on 40%, 8 of 20. That's still terrible. 20 points on 20 shots. If Tatum did that, you would crucify him. But we
Are we
ain't gonna
comparing
but
Jayson
no, I
Tatum
won't
and
do
Ty
that. I won't do
Jerome right
that
now?
because yes, we hold him to a different
Like,
standard.
are
If
we
Pritchard
nuts?
did
Why?
that, you
Why
might
are
hold him
we?
to that. If
I
Pritchard did
wouldn't
that, you
even.
would hold him
I
to
didn't
it.
say a word about Pritchard. This whole I didn't even say his name.
Well, you said that he's better than Pritchard, or he's just as equal to Pritchard. That's what you said.
Well, I can't tell right now.
So and that. So
Yeah.
Kyle. So
Don't ever mention him with my glorious Pritchard. Okay,
Oh, Lord.
you're not gonna do that.
so Kyle,
Don't
can I?
even bring him up in the same breath
So
as
Kyle,
Pritchard
before we
again.
get to the
Are
payroll,
you gonna
though,
make me
no,
pull
no,
up?
no.
You know what?
Kyle, before we get to the
Since-
payroll, can you please give me your opinion on that? I just want to hear it, please.
Oh, brother, 2 of 7 from three. Hold on, bro. Let me, because now you got me
Caleb, you
searching
see how
Peyton
he's not.
Pritchard.
You see how he's not answering.
What did you
You see
ask
how
me,
he's not
bro?
answering.
What
He
did
wants
you
me
ask
to
me?
answer for Tatum. Give me your objective answer. Give me Ty Jerome played like
We're literally not talking about Ty Jerome right
Ty
now, bro.
Jerome.
Like
What do you mean? Why would not? You said that he's
when
this
there's guys who are making
demigod difference maker. He is
$45
this
million
guy.
a
He is
year,
this killer. That's what you
Darius
said
Gar-
he is.
bro, we're not
He's
talking.
this
We're
guy.
you're not
See, Kyle,
comparing.
see, Kyle,
Ethan,
what
you're
we're
not
not going to
comparing
do.
slander
Kyle,
of
you're
Jason
going to
Tatum
bring up your
to
video that
Ty
you made.
Jerome, bro. Like you're
I
not
said Peyton
comparing.
Pritchard. I didn't say Jayson Tatum. I said Peyton
No, you
Pritchard.
just said, "Oh, Jason Tatum, if he shot like this, bro." Like we're not comparing the two,
I
bro.
just said I'm wrong. I shouldn't compare him because we're holding the different
Okay,
standards.
so
But I
then
said
Peyton Pritchard.
Peyton
Have I
Pritchard.
brought up Braden Pritchard because he don't matter
You
in this
brought up Peyton
grand
Pritchard's
equation,
name
bro.
when Caleb. You
What
are my witness. Did he bring up Peyton
when
Pritchard's name when he brought up Ty Jerome? Yes or no? You are my witness.
I'm pretty sure you did. For six
when
man
did
of
I
the
He's
bring
year.
my
up Peyton
witness.
Pritchard, bro?
I'm pretty sure you. I
You
gotta go back and
compared
watch the
him
last
to
episode.
Peyton
I'm pretty sure
Pritchard. You did.
It
Like,
was
that's
1 or
what
2
you did.
episodes ago.
It's in the-
That's fine. But I'm saying like in the sense like you want to do a whole segment to rip Ty Jerome, like bro, like this dude's like the
No,
sixth
I'm
man,
not,
seventh man on the
really
team, bro.
ripping Ty Jerome. I'm ripping you
it's
over
not a
your
segment.
blasphemy and the take that you had. It's not a
Bro,
segment.
he said before we move on, let's talk about Ty Jerome. I'm not sitting here and talking about Ty Jerome, bro. I'm not. So
Well,
I mean,
if you don't want to talk
that's a
about
part
Ty
of the
Jerome,
overall segment, though. It's not
I
its
just
own
want
separate segment.
you, Kyle. I just want you
I
to
would love to talk
admit,
about
just
Evan
like how
Mobley,
you wanted me to admit
Darius
that.
Garland, and Donovan Mitchell. I would love to talk about those three
Okay,
players.
well,
right
let's
there.
talk about Darius Garland, how he's a constant choker, and how y'all said that he was hurt and we didn't give him the
Goodness
opportunity
gracious.
and stuff like that. Let's get to Darius Garland. Go ahead, and the payroll that you were going to talk about. Let's get
Well,
to it.
yeah. So Mobley is making 46 million next year.
Mobley's making what?
46 million next year.
My
Jared
Lord.
Allen is at 20 million. Hunter's at 23. Mitchell Donovan's at 46. And Darius Garland
Why
is
are
at
Donovan?
39 million. Now, this team looks like they might need to make some moves as well, although I don't know if you keep Hunter around or you use him as trade bait this offseason. Strus is on 15 million. You can keep Strus. Okay, Isaac Okoro's on 11. I guess you can keep him, but obviously you're not moving off of Mobley. That contract is enormous.
Strus actually played well this series.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Which is
You're not
crazy.
moving on for Donovan Mitchell. Do you trying to dangle out? Because obviously it looks like there might be a market of point guards considering what happens with Ja this offseason. Do you dangle Darius Garland out there to see like what trade bait, what packages you can get for him? Because obviously I never really thought like those two guards, those two could play together and win
Make
significantly.
it
Like I
work.
felt about that from when they made that move. When he came over, I don't really love that pairing, me personally.
As much as I don't,
Because
I'm not gonna say I don't like Darius Garland, but as much as I say like he
he's a
doesn't
he's
show
a
up in
great
big
regular
moments or
season
whatever.
player.
Right. As much as I say he doesn't show up in big moments, he is one of the main sources of their offense and how people get the ball distributed. Because you saw it clearly when he was out
Oh, I understand that,
for
but
the
again,
first.
you're a $40 million guy, so like
I mean, yeah,
I
you.
need you to not just be. You can't just be. Oh, the offense starts with me, and that's what I bring to the table. No,
I mean
thank you.
that's fine, but we gotta have the same conversation about. I know you haven't brought it up yet, but the same conversation you gotta have for Evan Mobley, brother. What are you doing?
Well, again, he had a great regular season. Like he was most. He didn't he win most improved player this year. He won most improved player. Like he had
That's
a great
crazy.
regular season. You
No,
know
he
what I'm
didn't.
saying?
Did he? No,
He.
Dyson Daniels
No,
made
he
that. He won
Dyson
Defensive
Daniels
Player of the
won it.
Year.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, he
He
won
won. I knew he
DPOY,
won something.
which is fraud
Ridiculous
anyway.
in and of itself,
Fraudulent
but
fraud. But obviously the Cleveland Cavaliers have plenty of decisions to make in the offseason themselves because you run it back with this team, you losing in this fashion is not encouraging. Yes, you had
mm,
injuries, but again, we have to try to account for that as well. Like, hey, Garland, you're always hurt when the time to the rubber meet the road. Okay.
yeah.
Mobley, you can't be missing time. Like, bro, just the playoffs, rubber meeting the road. You getting paid 46 million. Like, we can't have that.
But
So,
not even miss time when you're playing. You have to produce. He's not produce. He's not.
well, dude,
How
I
do I
told
say
from the
this?
beginning of the season, I told y'all how that team is constructed, starting wise. Garland, Mitchell, and then Jared Allen and Mobley. Because
Mobley.
last year it was like it worked, but it was like finicky that offense. And this year,
Mm,
obviously, it came together in the regular season, cool. But then again, when we come down in the playoffs and it's half court play, how do you guys incorporate an offensive scheme where everyone's strengths are utilized, right? So, it's unfortunate how they went out as number one seed. This is kind of a sad way to go out. And obviously, we've seen one seeds go out sad, especially as of recently. Like we've
the
seen that
Bucks. The
uh,
Bucks in 2023 to the Heat.
yeah, so
That might have been worse.
we'll see what they do in the offseason. Obviously, like I said, the Pacers are in the Eastern Conference Finals, awaiting that what looks to be the New York Knicks. So we will see
Yeah.
how that goes. And flipping to the Western Conference side, the Thunder and Nuggets are tied up 2-2. If you were just going based off the first two games, you would be like, I don't know, because Denver comes out and wins game one, and then the Thunder hang 150 on them in game two and tie the series up. Game three, you come out, Nuggets look just like the good old Nuggets. Aaron Gordon looking like he playing like he trying to get another championship. He playing out of his
He
mind.
say he trying to get Russ that championship.
They win game two. The infamous, now infamous, Shea walking off the court smiling, and people are like, "Oh, this series is
Game
over."
three, but yes.
Thunder comes out, they beat them in game four or game three to tie it
Yeah.
up. No, they beat them in game four to tie it up at 2-2.
Even though the
And
Nuggets should have won that game, dog. Like, oh my gosh. It was terrible execution down the stretch. It was such bad. And
something that's
Jokic,
rearing its head that it shoot kind of late in the season that it's like you don't want that to come back around in playoff games. Uh where you
especially
can't
after
close
how they
games
went
if you're
out
supposed
last
to
year.
win. But that's what I'm saying, exactly. This series looks like it's
Jokic,
on it well on its way to going to game seven. Truly. It does look like it's on its way there.
I
But
think the
both of these teams are
Nuggets
very
I think
go
this is
ahead.
going to be better than the finals.
I think this
Me
Nuggets
personally.
series needs this next game, game five is a I don't want to say must win. Yes, I want to say must win. I do. Even though I
For the
picked the Nuggets,
Nuggets,
I picked the Nuggets in six in this series. Originally, that's what I did. I didn't think it was going to be easy. I think all of y'all picked Thunder in like seven or something like that.
I don't know if I did because I told you Jokic is a player. Like I know not a lot of players make me feel the way where I'm like how LeBron did for those 10 years. Like I really hard pressed to pick against this guy, truly. So
But I think you still said in seven. I think Jokic has not, and Shea, they have not played up to their MVP standard of play, and that's caused except game two, but for the most part, all the games have been close. Um, that overtime game that they had, Jokic missed a freaking missed that game winner. Like he makes that his no, he doesn't. Well, he so I saw someone say like, oh, he would make it against the Lakers, but he misses it against them, of course. But I think I'm still. I don't want to say confident. I'm still gonna obviously stick with my Nuggets as a sixth pick. I think that they can win on the road. I think Nikola Jokic can turn us around and be more efficient.
All right,
Um,
relax with this. Turn us and all this around. Relax yourself.
I didn't. Did I say us?
You definitely
He said
did.
our
Okay,
like
well,
my
I
like
didn't.
bro. This dude
I didn't.
is
My bad. I will say, and he's caught a lot of slander from me, but Jamal, um, he has played fairly well in this. Yeah, it's like,
It's funny
yeah,
you say
he.
that because with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, he's 1 for 5, over three
Oh
from three.
Lord, do I want to
So
take that back?
he's well on his way to playing
Oh
terribly. But
my
I'll
God.
continue.
Um, he's played okay this series so far. I'll say that. Aaron Gordon has been the standout, and as in Jokic help along with Russ. Russ has had good games. He's definitely had good games. His defense has been pretty well for the majority of the series. Um, I really need the Nuggets to win this game tonight because if they don't, it makes me feel worse about Game 6 and them going back. But it
Okay,
would be
don't I mean
crazy. It would be insane if both first seeds. I'm talking about both first seeds that were literally breaking all time history records with poor differentials and shares stuff like that go out in the second round like this, and they were all titled. Like it would be insane. It would be crazy.
more
It would,
respect to because Denver's not no slouch of a team. So I mean, um,
yeah,
like again to the point where you're like, Jokic, like this team and what's built around them, like bro. At the end of the day, bro, the best player is gonna have the ball in their hand, and if you make do what you can with the team. Like again, like I'm not gonna say that again. The team that Jokic won the first championship with was just hot buns, but I mean,
no, it was
Jamal
good.
Murray had a great playoff run. Michael Porter hitting his corner threes, doing what he do. You gotta hit shots like the right shots at the right time, right? Like I mean,
Right.
they missed a couple shots. That series goes a different route. Like not that series because they was gonna be Miami front ways, backwards, upside down. Like they was gonna be Miami
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah.
But
It didn't matter.
um, so yeah, so we'll see. That series looks like it's going to seven. Truly, again, shout out to the two. Did they finish
MVP
one and
front
two
runners.
in
Yes,
voting?
they did.
I think they
MVP
did,
front
right?
runners.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes. Well, they haven't
and
announced it, but
I'm
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure they're
yeah.
going to finish 1 and 2. And then again, moving to the final series, the 7-6 Timberwolves and Warriors. I believe this series is pretty much wraps as well. Draymond Green, the not angry hashtag not angry black man, was talking about we don't want to rush Steph Curry. We're going to play the long game. You guys have played a long game of 48 minutes and send you hit right back to San
Cancun.
Francisco. So
They finna go to
um,
Cancun.
they are down 3-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I will say this. I was out watching game 4 as well, and I just hate how the Timberwolves played down to their opponent. It kind of irks my soul. That game was close. The Warriors were up for a majority of the game by 2 or 3
Yeah,
points. They didn't break it wide open because they can't. There's no offense on that team. Like Jimmy's playing old man basketball, which it works. He had that nice spin move in the post on Ant Man. He's getting and ones, getting to the paint. But beyond that, bro, like the offense is steady. Kaminga had 30 as well. That whole
I don't know
situation
why
with him and
he's
Steve
taking
Kerr.
so long. Like it's
Dude, Steve
insane,
Kerr
bro.
is a ego
It's
coach, bro.
The
Old
brothers,
school ego
he's
coach, bro. So
not
he's
a good.
not.
I'm not gonna say he's not a good coach. I know Caleb loves to say that. I'm not gonna say that he's not a good
I
coach,
said no
but
problem. He's
he's
not.
not a good coach. Okay,
Call it what you want
he's
to.
I don't know what to say. Like like how. I remember because I would watch the Warriors from time to time, or I watched them a lot more this season than I probably have in recent memory. Um, and I know he had went down with that ankle or something like that, whatever. But like when he came back and he was healthy, like Kerr did not play him. And it's like even in the I think he tried to just throw him in the. How are you going to throw in somebody that you haven't played? You probably destroyed his confidence for all I care. You probably destroyed his confidence. You have no trust in him, and he's rusty. And you're going to throw him into. I think at the time, obviously, it was a Rocket series. You're just going to throw him in there and expect him to do something.
Listen, I don't know what's going
Like
on. I don't know what's going on behind the scene.
The
There's
Olympics
been
is a
report.
gonna have
clear
to get him out of there.
indication.
There's
The
been
Olympics is a
reports on
clear
both
indication.
sides. Huh?
Now I said the Olympics is a clear indication that the man can't coach. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. You have all that talent on the roster, and you can't. No sets were introduced. You just playing straight iso ball out there, and like, yeah, you have a system in place in Golden State, but we know you didn't build that system. All you did was take Mark Jackson's system, throw a little triangle offense in there from what's his face, Phil Jackson, and that was it.
And
All right. Well,
Jonathan Kuminga has played good, obviously except the first game, but every game that he's played this Minnesota series, he's played phenomenal for his standards. But we really need to talk about Julius Randle. I'm gonna keep bringing him up because I don't hear enough people praising this man as much as the slander that he was receiving when he was in New York and
I mean, obviously
New
that's not going to
Orleans.
happen. Minnesota isn't as big of a market as
I was gonna say, well, that's number
New
one.
York, but
Number two,
I'm not talking about
no.
market. I'm talking about the individual player.
well, no, I'm saying the
Well,
as far
Brad,
as the media
because they're not
circus
because they're not
around
singing
it,
his praises don't mean they're
not going
not
to sing
praising
his
him, bro. Like
praises.
I don't.
They're not
The
going to sing
lack
his
of
praises.
like the lack of audible praises don't mean they're not praising him. Like what?
Listen, I just need the praise to be a little bit louder. That man.
See, that's the problem right there. Everybody looking for a pat on the back. See, that's the problem right there. But
No,
go
but
do
I
your
think
job.
listen.
He
I think
wasn't
he
doing
needs
his
to
job
keep
in
his
New York, and that's
he
why
needs
they
to
was
keep
like,
his
you know
head
what?
down. But I will remember when that trade first happened. It was like, oh my goodness, it didn't make it. I said,
Oh,
I think
100%. I
Julius.
didn't
I
think it
said,
was
I
gonna
think it could
fit.
work. I said,
Me
I think
either.
it
I
could
didn't
work.
think that
Well,
was going to
guess
fit
what?
either.
Julius Randle put his shoulder in Draymond Green's chest about five,
Yes,
six
he did.
times. And he missed
Yes, he
some
did.
too. He missed some too, but he kept at it. I said, that's what Draymond needs. Someone to put their chest right in his buck teeth. For real. Draymond coming off the podium, Steph Curry. But Draymond, when you have no worth and no value when that light skinned assassin on the court, when he's not on the court. So go sit down somewhere. Okay. Shout
Is
out to
Draymond your
Julius
most
Randle.
hated player?
Bro,
You
yes,
remember?
easy.
You remember in 2021 when Steph was down? Or no, was it
And then Draymond
2020?
went down. Yeah, it was
No, yes,
2021.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
2021.
2020, 2021.
Oh,
2020,
ah,
2021.
When
ah.
Steph was down, Steph was shut down for the season, and they were still trying
That
to
man
Draymond
Dre
out
said,
there.
Steph Curry,
Draymond,
Steph Curry don't play a game. Draymond getting kicked out the first quarter. Oh, the referee beep,
"Oh my
bro.
goodness,
And then I don't care if that's the ESPN narrative. I'm gonna run with it. I don't care because, bro, I can't.
oh my
Bro,
gosh."
Draymond is anyway. Let's continue with the series. Shout out to Julius Randle, 31 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Ant Man, 30 points, 4 rebounds or 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Still he still has questionable decision making here and there. It's a lot less than it was last year, so he has shown a tremendous improvement with that, getting the ball out quick before letting the defenses get set and double team him. Didn't get much from Nas Reed in that last game. Was that game four? Yeah, game four in particular. Not much from Rudy. Jaden McDaniels had 10 points. Mike Conley had 11, kind of doing what old man Conley does. But this series looks like it's pretty much over. Steph Curry's doubtful for game five, and they probably said it would be probably a game seven if they can get to that for him to
In
even
game
really
6.
go for real.
But I don't
So
even think it's going to get there.
yeah,
It would be
do they
very
risk that?
interesting to see a Denver Nuggets Minnesota Timberwolves
Well,
Western Conference
it's a
Finals.
rematch,
Considering
bro.
that
Let's go ahead.
that would be insane. So you're talking about, I'm just saying if the Knicks are to win. So Knicks Pacers, that was the semis last year, and Wolves Nuggets, that was the semi last year, and they both, all four, make it to respective conference finals. That would be
I was
crazy.
saying that goes to show you, okay, where the cream of the crop lies, where the pretenders and where the real ones are. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and again, that means we can get a Minnesota New York finals, we can get a Minnesota Indianapolis finals, or then a Denver New
Nugget.
York or a
Yeah.
Denver Indiana. Which again, beyond New York, the other three teams are not big markets
Yeah, I was
in
gonna
the
say I
NBA.
don't know
You might
what
you might give
Pacers.
the Pacers a medium market, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or really small. I don't think you can give
no, the
them
Pacers
medium.
are a
I
small
think
market.
Yeah, I was
Indiana is
like,
not a
I mean,
big
you say
state
that they're
like that.
small, but I think that they've grown over the past
but I
2
would still
years.
say it's a small market still, though. I wouldn't even give them
No,
medium. Truly,
I
like,
agree,
don't
but I
know.
think out of the three, I mean, Denver might be the most polarizing because, dude, you have Nikola Jokic on your team, like, what, like,
Yeah,
so maybe outside of that, I would probably say Denver, then
yeah. It says officially
Minnesota
that
or
Sports Illustrated classifies them as a classic small market team.
Classic.
Um,
Okay, so what?
for the Pacers. I'll just look up
Okay.
Denver. I'll just look up the Nuggets. Nuggets are a small market team as
Yeah, they're
well.
small as well.
Yeah,
I
Denver.
would
All the,
assume the
if
Timberwolves
you're
too,
not,
then, huh?
if yeah, if you're
I
You
just
not,
need
know,
the I need the
if
patience
it's
to
not
eliminate them. I'm
LA,
sorry.
if
I
it's
don't
not
want to.
LA, if it's not I mean, even you have to think, even though Texas is like a business hub, both of those teams aren't really considered big markets. Or all
right?
three of those, or
You said
no, two of those
Texas.
teams, yeah. San Antonio and Houston are not considered
Oh
like
no,
really
no,
big
no.
teams. So you got to
Mm-mm.
think a place like Indiana or a place like Minnesota is going to be considered a small market.
Yeah,
I mean, they were well known because of the players that they had and the run
Right,
that they had and
but
the
they're still
coach,
small
but they're
markets
small. Yeah.
yeah.
because no one
So
goes to
that's
them in
fair
free
enough.
agency.
Now I
Nobody,
think
So
maybe we can talk briefly about this upcoming, free agency talks with some people and what they're talking about, but we can
I
go
think
from
it's too
there.
early. This might be too early for that. There's nothing but rumors
It,
and
yeah,
fiascos right now. Oh, Giannis at Steph Curry's event and no other non-warrior being like, bro, here we go. It's like, all right, y'all need to relax. But the playoffs are slowly moving along, or quickly moving
they're
along.
quickly.
We have again the Final Four with the Pacers making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. With them more than likely playing the New York Knicks, who are up
Mm,
3-1 on the Celtics. And then on the Western side, we have the Timberwolves up 3-1 on the Warriors, looking like they're going to punch their ticket to the Western Conference Finals tomorrow. And then we have Denver and the Thunder currently playing right now, tied up at 2-2. So anyone can come out of that series. But that is the rundown of the final. Oh, yeah, final four
the
teams.
final four. Yeah.
Yeah, final four teams still in contention playing in the NBA
Well,
Finals.
eight, but
Well,
seven, seven because the Pacers
well,
won.
I'll
But
tell you, yeah, it's
yes,
final eight,
yeah,
moving down to the final four. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna call it a night. Again, you got the NBA game going right now, and I'm just gonna pull up that live score to see if your boy Jamal
It's
Murray
still
has
tight.
10 turned his.
41, 42 to 41. Jamal, he got 7 on 3 of 8. That, oh my gosh. But
He's
I
working his
mean,
way back. He's gonna shoot his way out.
Jokic is 5 of 8, 11. He got 11, 7, and 3. Aaron Gordon, 8, 1, 1, and 1.
Shea didn't start off too good either.
They had both Jokic and him. Oh my gosh, 2 and 9, 6
Yep.
points.
Yep.
Oh my. And he hasn't really got to the free throw line either. Free throw much. But I do
that's a
think
part of the game.
we're gonna see what happens. I hope this doesn't go to overtime. I just hope they win square. Who's really scoring for it's J Dub. It's literally a reversal of what happened last year. Shea showed up big time
100%.
last
Yeah,
year.
and J
J
Dub
Dub
didn't.
did not show up. Right now, J Dub has shown up in almost virtually every single game. Shea has not.
And we will find out where this series goes shortly. But when we're back, this series will be over and we will have our Eastern and Western Conference final matchups. So
We'll make our
until
picks too
then,
then.
and until then, we're just gonna be watching. I don't know what I was gonna say there. But peace out. We'll holler at you later.
Peace out. Stay off the Henny.
Stay off the weed.
So we
I
can
mean,
talk
we
about
talked
your
about Aaron Rodgers getting signed by the Saints.
what?
What?
Didn't he get signed by the Saints, or was that Cap?
No,
Hold on.
bro. What
Bro,
are you
Caleb,
talking
please
about?
don't do that. Please do not do that.
I swear I saw that
No,
somewhere.
bro.
Please do not do that.
Man said Aaron
No,
Rodgers
no.
and the
What's his
Saints,
face?
bro.
What's his face retired?
I know Derek Carr retired, yeah, but I swear I saw Aaron Rodgers to the Saints 2 for
No, bro.
95. I swear I saw
I
that.
think you saw that because of it started populating because Derek Carr retired, and they were like, "Oh, dang, that might be another landing spot."
But Aaron Rodgers is the big bro. He love all
Oh my
this.
gosh,
He just everyone's talking about me. When are you gonna show up, Aaron? You know he's just playing with himself in the bathroom. Just they're talking about you,
bro,
Aaron. Bro, weirdo, bro.
what is wrong with you?
You know he is, bro.
I see the the article, Caleb, but yeah, that's just a article as to what could be.
Oh, yeah, okay. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare y'all. I thought it
No, you
was
ain't
real. I
jump
was
scare
like,
nothing. I wish he would come to his divisions. We could
I
pile
was,
drive him into the turf.
there goes Ethan. Ethan's going to come to his defense.
I
Oh,
would like to do an episode of like I was talking to my friends. We were talking about top 10 receivers in the league, and who we think that were like the top 10. That's
Um,
just
I think that
yeah.
should be pretty simple.
Jay Jettis, Jamar Chase.
I mean, you
Uh,
think, but
um, hmm,
CD.
I said CD Lamb. Then my
yeah.
friend at church, he said no CD. He said CD has like he just feels like he has a soft mentality. I said, bro,
Okay, well,
what?
He just
soft or
plays in
not,
Dallas.
he's still the
That's it.
best receiver ever. I'm not the best receiver,
Okay,
but
so
still a
so
top
so
10
here's the
receiver.
Ever.
argument. So
Not
here's the
ever,
real
no, not
argument.
ever.
The
Just
real
saying top 10.
argument that we were making was is Drake London a top 10 receiver? That's the real argument that we were making.
Well, I mean, right now, if I'm
And I
talking,
don't want you
maybe
to be
not. He might be
biased.
just on the cusp of
He
top
might be
10.
I
like top
said
15.
I said he
He's
was like
definitely top 15.
just outside the top 10
You know
or
what I'm
maybe
saying? He
close to
might
it.
be just outside. He had a great, bro. He finished third in receiving yards last year, and
Fourth.
like
He
literally,
finished,
and
yeah.
where did he finish in touchdowns? Like, I mean, if we're going
I
off
think he
last year, he made a
was
strong case to be just on the
fifth or
outside of
something.
top 10, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. But I told
Like
him, I
off the
was
top of
like,
my head, right? I'm taking these receivers over Drake London. CD, I'll take CD. I'll take. Well, again, me being a homer, I wouldn't. But just on pure whatever, if someone takes CD over him, cool. Jamar Chase, of course. Uh, Jefferson, of course. People are going to take Tyreek over him. Okay, I'm not mad at you. Some
Amon
Tyreek.
people,
Ross, St. Brown.
bruh, yes, bruh.
Tyreek Hill. Yes, Caleb, are you okay?
Don't. Because of last year, he was hurt half the year, but when he played, it's still
Tyreek
and
Hill, dog.
he
Come
played
on.
with what was the quarterback name? The person
Skylar Thompson.
yeah, bro, stop. Um,
If you
I'm
say
not
so.
right
Amon
now,
Ra.
but because of but some people would still say Devontae. I mean, if you want to say
I
Devontae,
still
I'm
say
not going to sit
Devontae.
here
I
and
think
yell at you. Okay,
only
there's
because of
gonna be
the quarterback. You
there's
got
gonna be
Matthew Stafford.
some weirdos out there that will say I'm Ron St. Brown. I mean, if you want to throw him out there,
I'd say
okay,
Amon
I
Ra.
guess. Puka, I like Puka. If you want
I
to throw
say
Puka
Puka.
out there,
Yes.
okay. Um,
Would you still take
Nico
Stephon?
Collins. If you want to put no, not Stefan. If you want to put Nico, although Nico be hurt a lot and
Well, you don't like Zay Flowers, so AJ Brown.
no
And
sir, no
then
Zay Plow. AJ Brown. Okay, if you want to put
Scary
AJ,
Terry,
okay.
maybe or
No,
they're like around the
I'm not
same.
Terry. I'm not taking
Okay,
Scary
okay.
Terry over Drake. Um but DK Metcalf, I'm not taking him
Yeah.
over Drake.
Oh Lord.
I mean some people will. I mean I'm not,
So
but
would you take T Higgins over him as the second option?
no. Like they have
No.
similar builds. They play similarly as far as big body receivers. But I'll take Drake.
Over
Okay,
T
so obviously you
Higgins?
would take so. That's it. It's
The
I
big
don't
you
thing
know
can
with that,
choose
about
and
that
we
either
one.
and we,
or.
we the big thing with that is we've seen this over and over is T Higgins is getting one-on-one coverage because he got the best receiver in the league or top two receiver in the league across from him. Drake
Okay,
is
so what
playing
about
getting the main guy every week. So like you
so
know,
what about Mike Evans and Chris Godwin?
yeah, both of them can go to a nursing home.
You're trolling.
But you're
Bro, first of all, Mike Evans got 75 balls to him week 17 to get to 1,000 yards. Go kick rocks. Oh, he beat the streak. Bruh, you got 85 balls to you week 17. Go kick rocks.
Why, Kyle? Why are we acting like Mike
This
Evans
dude had
isn't?
1,001 yards. You're like 1,000 yards,
Kyle, he
bro.
missed
Kick
4
rocks.
games.
Okay, go kick rocks. Go to a nursing home.
Kyle, if he doesn't have those 4 games, we're talking about 1,400, maybe
You know
1,500
why he
yards.
didn't play those 4 games? Because he's
Oh
old
my
and
gosh.
brittle. Go to the
Kyle,
nursing home.
stop, dog.
I will take Drake London. Thanks. I'll take
Stop,
the younger. I'll
man.
take the big guy who's younger. Sorry.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Anybody else? Go ahead. Anybody? I think that's everybody for the most part.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. You got.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take
So
George Pickens.
Drake
You wouldn't take
truly might
Devontae
be
Adams. I mean Smith.
9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I said around that 11 thing because I took Amon Ra. You said you wouldn't take Amon Ra, and I
I mean, I
took
said you could. I mean, some people. I mean,
not Sutton.
Oh my gosh, this
Not
list
Scary
has
Terry.
Amar St. Brown number 3 in the league. Holy crap!
I mean, what
Wow.
Did we stop
would you?
recording?
So
No,
what?
we're still
No,
up.
this is gonna be a part of this thing, dog. It's gonna be like a little bonus thing. Um,
See,
so
like Terry McLaurin had a good year last year, right? Because he had a quarterback, but like statistically, Drake had a better year than him. But like he gonna get the notoriety. Oh, you know, Jaden Daniels, da da. But like, bro, like Drake had a better year than him. Like
I know, I get that. So
with a bummy quarterback. Mister, I'm not hurt, but I want to keep playing, not get my job stolen, bro. Y'all gonna get me
so
turned
so
up.
so you're saying so Justin Jefferson, Tyreek, CD, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown,
See, this list right here that I'm looking at has they don't even have Drake London. They have
Devontae.
oh they have
So so what about Brandon Ayuk before injury? I'm just
wait
pre-injury.
wait wait
I'm not. Listen. I'm not saying that he's that guy. Or obviously Cooper Cup had a down year,
wait.
due to injury and stuff like
Well,
that.
The
So
Rams know something that we don't know, so I'm just leaving
okay.
it at that.
Well, they
Bro,
said it
this
was money.
list, ranker.com has came out on January 1st. So they was I mean
Okay,
the season was pretty much almost over, but bro, they got Drake London at 25.
that's crazy.
George Pickens is ahead of him. Lad McConkey's ahead of him.
George Pickens.
DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers,
You
T.
lost me at
Higgins,
DeAndre Hopkins. What are we talking about?
Brian Thomas Jr., a rookie, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, Cooper Cup, Stefan, who at that point wasn't even playing,
What article is this?
Malik Neighbors, also a rookie, Nico Collins, who missed half the season, I feel like,
Yes.
DK, Puka, Devontae, who was playing with the Jets with that God. I mean, oh my goodness. This get me off this, boy. What type of
What article? What article is that?
ranker.com where they make literally ranking lists or a rank
Yeah.
list.
Okay. Yeah, stay over there.
Anywho. But yeah, that's
Um.
me. I think Drake London is on the cusp of top 10, if not there already.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at some lists, and a lot of lists have him in the top 10.
Well, as he should
Last
be.
year, some lists I've seen last year, this says Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Brian Thompson,
They have
Amon Ross,
Malik
St.
Neighbors
Brown.
as oh, they just mean for last year, like a top 10
Yeah,
receiver. Okay.
CD Lamb, Jerry Judy, Cleveland Browns, Jackson and Juba Smith, or Smith and Juba, sorry, and then AJ Brown. And Juba
Yeah.
Smith is, he would have the opportunity to step up even big time with
We
DK
gonna we
gone.
gonna we gonna
But
find
we're gonna
out.
see what Sam Donald gonna do. That's the real
We
question.
gonna find out because again, every guy looks like the guy when he got another guy across from him. We gonna find out.
Let's see. So CD, Tyreek, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Armin Raw. I don't know
Like
why
the
Garrett
the
Wilson is
guys
so
who are the
high.
guys. CD stepped in there was the guy. Jamar Chase stepped in was the guy. Justin Jefferson, we seen his first touchdown. Stepped in was the guy. Drake London unfortunately had Desmond the
Marcus
Terrorist Ritter
Mariota. Oh,
and
the terrorist is crazy, man.
Marcus the Quitter Mariota throwing to him his first 2 or 3 years. So we couldn't see what this guy really was. Now you got a guy who could throw the ball in not even in the vicinity, in the breadbasket, bro.
I mean, but can we? I mean, I
Double
understand you don't
digit
like Kirk.
touchdowns
I
coming. Double
understand
digit
you don't.
touchdowns loading.
And he had 9 this season. I understand you don't like Kirk, right? But even in Kirk's bad performances, I mean, how much did Penix throw to him to where he got? How many yards he had? 14. What did you say he had?
What do you mean?
Drake London.
Yeah, he had 1,400, didn't he?
Right. So, but I'm saying even in, what's his face playing so bad? No, yeah, 1,200. Sorry. Even in what's his face playing so bad, I mean, you would say what, a 900 came from him, maybe?
No, bro, Kirk was better than, like I said, Marcus Quitter Mariota and Desmond Ritter. So
Oh my goodness. He's not saying that.
you're gonna have to blank it out. But I mean, that's fine.
You
Because
know,
when did
Caleb
he take
doesn't like
over?
that with
He
a
took
G.
over. He took over in the Giants game. Uh, what's his name? Took over in the Giants game.
Well, you're gonna cut this out anyway, right?
No, this is staying in here, but I'll cut this part out what you're about to say because it's about
bro,
to be
what did he
crazy.
say?
But go ahead before he says
No,
it, please.
Penix took over in the Giants game. London
Yes.
had 55 for 59. Against the Commanders had 7 for 106. And against the
Uh-huh.
Panthers had 10 for 187 and 2 touchdowns.
10, 187, 2. Right. Okay. So, yeah, so
Hey,
maybe 3.
he's consistently getting about 70 yards a game, something like that. But let me tell you something, bro. I'm
I seen
expecting
Penix in
100
practice when him
balls.
throwing the ball. Like
Listen,
that
that all
was
that slow
crazy.
motion. I saw one of Daniel Jones doing it. I don't care about
I'm
that
not
stuff,
talking
man.
about slow motion. I'm talking about actual practice, like regular speed, watching them do
Bro,
reps.
they on
That's what I
air. It
was
don't
watching.
matter. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter to me. That I'm just saying that don't
Sure,
matter to
sure.
me
I mean, I said
because.
that last year when they brought him in against the Giants. People were like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "Bro, it's the Giants." Like, I would love to
But
see.
Ethan, it's different
No, I
regardless of how
understand.
bad
No,
the team is. He's still putting balls in pause,
right, I
but he's
understand.
throwing passes that are fitting and
Caleb, you're. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I was
I
just
would
about to
like.
say you're overemphasizing it too much. I like the first two slides. He's talking about balls in the bread basket, and he's getting the
Caleb,
ball
you
here and the
just
ball
fixed your
here and
lips
balls
piercing to the back of
everywhere
your mouth to say that. That's
and
crazy.
and balls everywhere. What's
Yeah,
wrong with
Yo,
see,
you?
what is wrong
yeah,
with you?
yeah,
He's the
you
one talking
fix.
about he's the one talking about. Oh, he just has a great ball. What?
Why do you keep putting emphasis on balls? Like balls. You keep saying like why? Like why do you keep
Because
doing
that's
that?
what he's doing. He said, oh yeah." He just catches great balls.
Oh, oh my goodness. So yeah, I would like to see. I understand it's special, but like I want to see. Obviously, the Carolina one was a divisional game. You know, you want to see how he does against divisional opponents and stuff like that. And I mean, Penix played well against the Carolina Panthers. It's just that what's his fit? Dang, what?
Our defense was hot trash,
Hold on. So how many? He was averaging what a game? Hold on.
like
For those three
75
games.
yards. Oh, for those 3 games, I mean,
Wait,
if you
where? Why
go
am I tripping right now? What
you
am I
go
looking at? Oh,
105,
155.
187, and
155.
159, yeah. I'm expecting 100 plus balls, 1,300 receiving
See,
yards, and double-digit touchdowns next year for Drake
But
you're
you're
London.
acting
talking,
like it's
yeah,
just
you're talking
Stack
me.
about
it.
Drake. But Kyle, do you expect the Falcons to? And they're not going to rely. They're definitely not going to rely heavy on the pass. But
No, we're going to be a balanced offense.
right, so because I think Bijan. I mean, obviously you have Saquon. You have
Yeah,
Saquon and you
didn't
have Derrick
beating what?
Henry.
Bijan
But
finished what? Second in the league in rushing?
he finished first in another stat, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think
Let me see
touchdowns,
some.
or maybe not
No, that was
touchdowns.
that was James Cook or whatever his brother's name is up in
He did have
Buffalo.
14 touchdowns, boy. Shout out to him.
Um, rushing. Yeah, 1,400, and it. See, my thing is, I feel like Bijan could be a. How crazy does this sound to say? I don't know if a better version of Alvin Kamara is a thing because Alvin Kamara is just he's Alvin Kamara, dog. Like,
Well,
I
he
mean,
was Alvin Kamara.
okay, well, him and you're so yo. Listen, I understand he's in the division, but
I
that
mean,
man,
bro, I haven't been worried about Alvin Kamara since Drew Brees retired.
that's valid. That's valid. I feel like he
Although
could be.
I'm
I
I'm
feel
more
like
afraid. I'm more afraid of Taysom Hill. Like what? What are we talking about?
I feel like he could be
Taysom
another.
Hill gave me nightmares.
I, I feel like Alvin Kamara did worse nightmares, but I do feel he can be another version. He can be a better version or another version of Alvin Kamara and be more or have a longer lasting. What do you want to call that? Not prime, but
No, he can't because
because Penix
he
is so
doesn't
young
need hella
and
touches to get
right,
involved in offense.
right.
I was gonna say it's the same
So
thing like with because I'm looking at these average per carry. He averaged 4.8 yards a carry, which is great. But then I see
seven point one.
Saquon and Derrick Henry almost average 6 yards a carry.
But that's not that far away.
No, it's
Is that what
not.
you're trying to say? Is that what
No,
you're?
that's the thing. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, okay,
for
okay.
him to have almost 5 yards a carry is like college like. And then you look at the
And for
great
him to
grades.
weigh
Like,
less,
come on, bro.
he's smaller and he weighs. I didn't realize this man is 5'10". The heck? I didn't know he was that short.
I mean, I think he's 5'10", 5'11", like
5'10",
two, whatever.
5'11", 215.
You don't have to
I
be
mean, but
that big.
he's still a machine though. I seen today though. They said Saquon was squatting 5 something. I said, bro, what?
I mean, Saquon is
He has
a
tree trunks
Bro,
for legs.
as a running back, that is insane.
Saquon is a different breed, bro. But yeah, so that was our little conversation about wide receiver and Falcons topic.